Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to my channel. And the 2019 MLB regular season is over. That means that the playoff brackets are set, and I am gonna give you guys my 2019 MLB playoff predictions. So guys, I got some bold predictions here, so stay tuned for this video. And the playoffs are just gonna be so exciting. So yeah guys, stay tuned. Let's get into it right now. So first of all, we got the NL wild card. Brewers versus Nationals. The winner of that plays the Dodgers in the NLDS. And then the other NLDS is the Braves Cardinals. The AL wild card, Rays versus A's. The winner of that plays the Astros in the ALDS. And then the other ALDS is the Twins Yankees. So in this postseason, we see a lot of teams that we see here all the time. You know, definitely the Dodgers, the Braves also in the NL, and then Astros, Yankees. Then we got a few new teams with the Nationals. They're not here all the time. And in the AL, there's the Rays and the A's. A's were in the wild card last year, but the Rays are new. And then the Twins also, they're a new team. And you know, there's always excitement in the postseason in baseball. It's not like any other sport. In basketball, like the past 4 years, you knew one team was making the NBA finals, but it's just never like that in baseball. There's always a surprise. And that's a hint for what's gonna come in this video in my predictions. So starting off with the predictions, we got the NL wildcard, Nationals Brewers. I think this one's pretty easy, and you all agree with me, unless you're Brewers fans. We got the Nationals winning this one. They're home. They've arguably the best pitcher in baseball, Max Scherzer. This guy's been insane like every single season. He's gonna be starting obviously with the Brewers. I don't even know who's gonna be starting for them. They also have Christian Yelich, the MVP, out of their lineup. So, I mean, it's a pretty easy choice there with the Nationals. And then the wildcard winner goes to play the Dodgers. So for this series, Nationals, Dodgers. First bold prediction. We got the Nationals. I got the Nationals winning this game. There's a few reasons why. First of all, I want them to win. I'm just gonna be straight up here. I want the Nationals to win this series. I think everybody does except for Dodgers fans. But I do think they will win. And nobody's gonna believe me on that, but I do think they will win. So in baseball, momentum's huge. The Nationals have won 8 games in a row going to the playoffs, and if they win the wild card game, it would be 9 games. And the NLDS is only first to 3 wins, as you guys know. And I think the Nats will shock the Dodgers in this series, and I think the Dodgers will just choke in this series. The Nationals have a pitching rotation that includes Patrick Corbin, Steven Strasburg, and Max Scherzer. This is so underrated, and this will be really scary going into the playoffs. And of course, the Nationals winning is a really bold prediction. So I got the Nationals in the first NLDS. I already triggered a lot of people. So let's move on to the other NLDS, Braves Cardinals. I think the Braves are gonna win this one. It's a sort of a tough choice, and I think it's gonna be a really good series. But I think the Braves will have redemption for last year because they lost in the NLDS last year. And also, I believe a ton of momentum in baseball. But I also believe in experience in the playoffs because the Braves have experience from last year, and the Cardinals, they didn't even make the playoffs last year. So, you know, I think the Braves are just gonna come into the series swinging. The Braves have an insane lineup with Freddie Freeman, Josh Johnson, Ronald Acuna Jr. And again, with experience, you look at Freddie Freeman, he's been in the playoffs lots of times. Josh Johnson's been to the playoffs a few times with the Blue Jays. So I think they're just gonna come out swinging. And you know, I just think the Braves are really slept on. They're a really slept on team, and they're gonna beat the Cardinals. So yeah, I got the Braves winning, and they're gonna play the Nationals in the NLCS. And guys, I got the Nats again. I got the Nats beating the Braves. This is where people listening just give up on me. Everyone's gonna be triggered by this. I got the Nats going to the World Series in my prediction. They just have a great team, which I'm honestly just surprised the Nationals didn't win the division. I just really think the Nationals have a lot of momentum going to the playoffs. And again, they got Scherzer, Corbin, and Strasburg, though they're 3 out of the 4 starters that they're gonna have all playoffs. It's just really hard to beat that. All right, let's move to the AL. So we got the wild card, A's versus Rays. And for this, I think you really have to look at starting pitching. The Rays are going with Charlie Morton in this game. The A's, they haven't announced it yet, but I heard that it's gonna be either Mike Fiers or Sean Manaea. I obviously know who he is, I just can't remember his last name. So Sean Manaea, he hasn't played much this season. I believe like less than 5 games. And Mike Fiers has a close to 4 ERA, which isn't bad, but if he's gonna be an ace going into the wild card game, he's not really an ace. He's just like an average pitcher. So I think the A's just don't have good enough starting pitchers for this. And Charlie Morton has been so good this year. For some reason I don't have his ERA, but it's somewhere around 3 or maybe less than 3. So I definitely think the Rays will win the wild card game, even if it's in Oakland. But I do think it's gonna be a really close game. So then the winner of the wild card team will go to play the Astros. I mean, I'm sorry for the Rays and A's. This won't be close. So I think the Astros will beat the Rays in the ALDS. I mean, come on. You don't really have to explain it. The Astros have 2 Cy Young pitchers, Garrett Cole, Justin Verlander, not to mention Zach Greinke, and not to mention their lineup with Alex Bregman, MVP runner-up, George Springer, Carlos Correa, Michael Brantley. So yeah, I got the Astros making the ALCS. And then the other ALDS, Twins, Yankees. They both had great years, and I think this is gonna be a really close series, a really interesting series. But to see how good the Yankees have done this season, so many of their stars have been injured like throughout the season, and they still had this good of a year. I definitely think they're gonna win this series. And the Twins just don't have like the playoff experience like I said earlier. So the ALCS, Astros, Yankees, 2 super teams, the 2 best teams in the AL. I think this is gonna be such a good series, but I'm gonna go with the Yankees. But I think the Astros are obviously insane. I think they definitely have the best team in baseball. That's not really I think, because they just do. It's kind of a fact that they have the best roster in baseball. But sometimes the best team doesn't always win. So when these teams faced off in the regular season, their first series, the Yankees got swept by the Astros. But like the first month, the Yankees literally had nobody. Like if you look at their roster, basically like their whole AAA team, because all their guys were injured. And then when they got most of their guys back, they faced the Astros again and won 2 out of 3. I think this really shows just how better the team got when they got their healthy guys back. But even with like a lot of their guys injured, they still did so good. That just shows you how good of a team they are. Both teams are just so good. So what I think this series will go down to is the bullpen. I think the Yankees will dominate the Astros bullpen because the Astros bullpen has been their one like somewhat problem. And I think the Yankees will dominate their bullpen, and then their Yankees bullpen will shut them down. They got Zach Britton, Aroldis Chapman, a few other guys I can't think of, but their bullpen is just so good. The Yankees have just completely stacked up this year. Their lineup includes DJ LeMahieu, one of the best hitters in the league this year, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres, Edwin Encarnacion. So my predictions leave the World Series at Yankees, Nationals, and you know what? I'm going with the Nationals. I'm going with the Nationals. Screw you guys. I got the Nationals. They just have such an underrated team. They've been pretty perfect all year. If you think about it, they haven't really had a lot of injuries. Steven Strasburg, Patrick Corbin, and Max Scherzer have been healthy all year. I think this team is just ready to go into the playoffs. And guys, this may be more of like a want, because obviously nobody wants the Yankees to win except for Yankees fans. This is more of a prediction of what I want, kind of. It kind of influences my decision, but it's not the full reason why. Like I actually have like good reasoning to why I believe like these series are gonna go the way it's gonna go. But I mean, this Nationals team is all healthy. Starting pitching has been ready to go all year. And guys, every once in a while, one surprising team will win the World Series. And you know what? We haven't had it in a while. And with the Yankees, a lot of their guys have gotten injured this year. Like half their roster has been like not with the team all year. So I think that's what it's gonna go down to. And yep, those are my predictions. Still holding the bat, I don't know why. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you guys stay tuned to my channel, like the video. Always make sure you like the video because it helps me out a lot. Watch the Nationals lose in the NL wildcard game. That would literally be terrible. But I thought I'd give bold predictions. I could easily sit up here and say, oh, the Astros are gonna win against the Dodgers, but that's a lame prediction. You know, I think it's gonna be surprise playoffs, and the Nats are just gonna come out as a sleeper team. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Peace.